Okay, let's dive into this powerful story of land, labor, and liberation from India's history.
In the princely state of Hyderabad, this system was central to how power and wealth were structured.
And for over 200 years, it meant real misery for the people actually working the land. Get this, a massive 40% of the land wasn't state-controlled, but in the hands of powerful landlords.
These guys, the Jagirdars, were at the very top of the pyramid, ruling over thousands of villages. And right below them, another layer of officials was also squeezing the peasants for everything they had.
On top of it all was this brutal system of forced unpaid labor, essentially bonded labor.
So by the 1940s, people had just had enough. All that suffering finally exploded into a massive uprising. What followed was a 5-year firestorm of conflict that would completely change the region forever. Two key groups stepped in, channeling all that anger into an organized movement for change.
And this is so important. This wasn't just a rebellion. It directly led to fundamental legal change. This one law, passed in 1949, was the legal hammer that officially ended the Jagirdari system. Just like that, 975 powerful Jagirdars were removed from their long-held positions. And that meant over 6,500 villages were suddenly freed from their direct control. So what happened to the landlords? Well, they were paid 18 crores in compensation over the years. But getting rid of the landlords was just the beginning. The goal was actually much, much bigger. It was all about economic and social justice, a real attempt to rebalance the scales of power.
So the government laid out a pretty clear 3-step plan to totally reshape land ownership.
For the peasants who finally got land, you can just imagine, it was profound, life-changing liberation. But of course, the old power structures didn't just vanish. The landlords fought back, and they fought hard. They immediately started looking for ways to get around the new laws and hold on to their property. They used all sorts of tricks, false declarations, transfers to family, to undermine the spirit of the reforms. Which shows us that changing a law is one thing, but the fight for true social justice, that's a much longer road.